Hey and welcome. My name is Daniel and this is Hack My Lunchtime. So, today's topic is keto hacks that don't work. But first, if you're looking to lose weight and you know that low carbs is the right way to go, and it's right for you, I invite you to join our community, our group. It's called Menu Hackers. So you can look for that, search for that in Facebook, just put that in the search function and you'll join our group. It's a community of people who want to eat better food, to just mind the sugar, mind the carbs. Aside from that, everything goes. So today we're talking about keto hacks that don't work. And by that I mean replacing high carb foods with other foods to create the same kind of experience. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of hacks that I love that I've used in the past, and they are fantastic to help people reach their goals, to help them manage their sugar. But there are some things that are not successful when it comes down to hacking a menu or replacing food. And I'll go through the different foods that I think are not well suited for the process of hacking your menu. And the first one I think is the most popular and the one I see the most question about, and that's cauliflower. I can't say how many posts I've seen of how do I make cauliflower rice taste better, cauliflower pizza crust taste better, cauliflower anything tastes better. Um, it comes down to the root of the problem, where pizza dough, on average, is about 40% sugar. Some recipes are lower, some are over that, but on the average, pizza dough is 40% sugar. It's not a sweet sugar, it's starch. So it's a starchy sugar. The same goes for potatoes and other high starch foods where they're not really that sweet. It's the starch, which is basically sugars that are combined. And once in the mouth and in the stomach, our body breaks the sugar apart. Now, it sends the triggers to our brain that we're satisfied with the sugar content. It's just not sweet like a fruit or sugar or honey or something like that. But rice, potatoes, flour. So flour is almost in everything, and that has a high sugar content. Now, the media, the food industry, and everything else will tell you, well, it's a different kind of sugar, it's a carb. That's a lie. It's basically a complex sugar that gets broken down in the body. So it's still sugar. You know, giving it a fancy name doesn't change the fact that it's all sugar. So, uh, pizza crust made of cauliflower, I've tried it. Um, it helps in making something that looks like a pizza, but when you eat it, um, doesn't matter how well it's made. I've tried homemade, I've tried store bought. The biting into the crust provides absolutely nothing. No taste, no texture, no feeling of that chewiness that is in pizza crust. So I think it's a complete fail. Now, what I do instead now um, for pizza, if I have the craving, is I'll do a pizza bowl. So to do that, it's everything that I would put in a pizza except for the crust, and I put it in a bowl and I eat that with a fork. And I get the cheese, the sauce, the pepperoni, the meat, the I put mushrooms and hot peppers and more cheese. And although it has some carbs in the sauce and in some of the vegetables, it's not 40%. At that point, it's a manageable number, and I eat a lot less in a pizza bowl than I would do if it was a pizza pie. Like, I would eat a medium pizza all to myself in the past. And a pizza bowl, I'll have a small bowl a lot of times, and I'm good. It covers the cravings, and it helps with that. So same goes with replacing rice with cauliflower rice. How many times I've seen the post? How do you make cauliflower rice taste better? You can't. Cauliflower has less than 2% sugar, and we're trying to replace grains like rice that have thick rice is close to 30% sugar. Potatoes are between 15 and 20, depending on how it's prepared. So we're going from 15, 20, 30% sugar to an ingredient that has less than 2%. So although it might look like rice, it might feel like rice, it does not have that sugar content that our brain, that triggers the happiness in the brain. So that's why we're not satisfied. That's why we don't like it. I did that, and few things. One, it was expensive. Two, it made a mess. Trying to rice cauliflower out of a food processor or by hand or whatever, it was a big mess. Not worth the effort. Now, there's some companies out there who now provide that, so you can buy a bag of cauliflower rice in stores. I think I've seen that at Costco or somewhere else. Um, but by then, when I saw that, cauliflower rice was a thing of the past. I don't use it. Um, so I don't try to replicate those dishes anymore. Rice, cauliflower fried rice. I tried one, and it was so bland, and it was the food. The entire dish was kind of tasty. It had eggs and chicken and vegetables and all that, and with the sauce, the soy sauce, it was kind of okay. But once you got through, and you were left with the cauliflower, it was so bland that I didn't eat half the serving I was given. It didn't satisfy, it didn't taste good. So I avoid that. Cauliflower mash, I've heard some people, if you put a lot of cheese in it and other ingredients, it kind of make it taste good. So maybe that's not a fail as much. But one, I was never big on mashed potatoes first, and then to replace that with cauliflower doesn't work. The other thing I've seen done is zucchini squash for pasta. So making zucchini pasta, again, same principle. We're talking about something that is 30% in sugar or more, the flour and the pasta, depending on the flour type, to a something that again is less than 2% sugar. So you have something that looks like a noodle, sits like a noodle, and then you put whatever sauce on top. There's also the cognac noodles made with a root vegetable. That one is more, it's closely related to the feel and taste of noodles. But in the end, when you bite into that, and I've done that in hot pot, my wife bought that, and it has the same feeling. But two things: one, it didn't pick up the flavor of the soup we're cooking it, so it was kind of this tasteless noodle in the end. And again, when you bite into it, there's no sugar, so the brain goes meh. So that too, I've stopped buying and using. So you avoid that. So instead of hacking those foods, I just replace them with stuff I like better. So instead of going for pizza when I go out, I go for chicken wings. Chicken wings, if there's no coating, if they're not battered, and I usually take buffalo style or dry Cajun style. So there's either no carbs or very, very little carbs, very little sugar in it, and it satisfies me better as a meal than to try to, uh, you know, hack a pizza. So I go with foods I prefer now instead of trying to hack what I used to like. Now, once you're off keto or off sugar for a while, your brain kind of rewire itself and you don't crave sugar. You don't crave the sweet. You don't crave the starch. So you don't miss it. So now going to restaurants for me, steaks, chicken wings, fish, burgers without the bun. I like that. One of my favorite meals is that a burger when they do make really really good burgers. I'm not talking McDonald's or Harvey's or Burger King. I'm talking about a real um, homemade or not, made there on the day kind of burger, topped with mushrooms and good cheese, little spicy mustard on top, and then I'll have sweet potato fries on the side. And again, I asked for a smaller order, so I know it's sugar, but it's not that much, and it's more enjoyable than try to hack something out of it. Um, there's a lot more. So on the sweet side, it's a lot easier to hack something because although you're not getting the sugar, you're getting that mouthfeel, the same mouthfeel if you're doing cakes or candies or fudge or brownies or anything like that. I did fat bombs for a very, very long time, and it had just the right sweetness when I did a cheesecake fat bomb. So it was kind of a high fat, no sugar cheesecake fat bomb, and that gave me the proper kind of enjoyment out of uh, the snack. And being high fat, it would satisfy me between meals, so I did that for a long time. I've not done that in a while. Again, I've been low carb for so long now that I don't crave food. I have breakfast and then I have dinner. That's it. If I need a snack, I'll have an apple, some vegetables, or sometimes even potato chips, but very, very rarely, because I don't have the cravings. So if you don't have the cue and the trigger, you don't have that craving and you just don't have it. So if you find that you're creating a keto version of one of the meals you used to enjoy in the past and it's not doing it for you, um, there's not a lot you can do because it's the sugar you're missing. It's not necessarily the experience. So, like I said, for rice, for bread, for pasta, anything that is savory to start, when you do it keto style or low carb, or you hack it and you remove all the sugar, your brain's not going to enjoy that. So instead, go towards your favorite foods more often. Remove the past high carb foods, the savory ones that maybe you didn't enjoy that much. So for me, the best example of that is a hot dog. I used to, have a hot dog often when I went to Costco, and having a burger without a bun, for me, it's appealing and I like it. Having a hot dog without a bun, just to have that wiener there on its own, it's really not tempting. So I think the bun, that cake around it, made the hot dog a good experience. So now I don't eat hot dogs anymore. I don't crave them. I don't look for them. I don't. It's not something I would like. It's to me, a hot dog now is the same as liver and onions. Never liked it, and I don't crave it, and I won't have it. Now, will I ever have a hot dog again with the bun? Probably, but it won't be the Costco kind because that was in the end, so. So if I go to a place where they have this excellent or world class hot dog, hey, why not? So to recap, making food with ingredients that have no sugar to replace foods that have sugar, unless the replacements are sweet as well, it's gonna fail. It's not gonna work well for you. But if you're replacing um, sugary foods with sugary no carb replacements, that might work. So thanks for watching. Again, if going low carb is something that you want to do and you want to know how, you want to get help with that, join our Menu Hackers community. Do a search on Facebook for that, or you can search on Google for menu hacking. This is a challenge that I put together to help people transition from high carb to low carb lifestyle. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next Wednesday for my next session of Hack My Menu. Thanks for watching. Bye.